Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of your OGR. Today is game 57 as the Edmonton Oilers went up against the Flames in the good old Battle of Alberta. Probably one of the most boring fucking Battle of Albertas ever, as the Oilers lost 3-1. And what could be said that this was probably one of the more disappointing games to lose. Of course, it was against the Flames, so it even becomes more disappointing to lose against, your little brother like the Flames, who have been playing a lot better than us, been better managed than us, and absolutely fucking pancaked us. It was very disgusting to watch. And this kind of game just really empathizes everything that we have gone through this year. It's been a fucking roller coaster of a year. And we're still not over. We still got a lot of games to go, and people will probably say that, we still got a chance to make it into the playoffs. But with the team that we're seeing right now, and with the way that Ken Holland is managing this team, we're not making it. Like, the amount of fire in my heart to the point where I just want to flip out, flip my desk, break shit. I am so aggravated by this team right now and so disgusted with the Edmonton Oilers. It's beyond me how we wasted so much fucking money over the offseason. We have wasted so much talent. We decided that Duncan Keith is a good fucking top four defenseman, which he is not. It's beyond me. Uh, I just don't have any words. You keep a coach like Dave Tippett and he goes a 2-11-2 run. If we fired him before that even fucking happened, or when he went on like 11 game losing streak for himself, we should have just fucking fired him. Like, pure and simple. When you're a team that is this good, you cannot be faltering and lose fucking 11 straight and then fire him because it's a gut instinct. It's disgusting. I'm not trying to get into talking about, how this team has played this year, because we're supposed to just talk about this game, but this game really just shows everything and how this might be the end of the Oilers this year. To be quite honest with you, I've said it before. We had to make some major changes, and we would have had to upgrade on our defense if we really wanted to make a change and wanted to move forward. But from what it looks like with Holland, he dictates everything by the way that we look in the standings. We're a bubble team. We're 2 points out from Nashville, with Nashville having 2 games on hand. The Vancouver Canucks have been absolutely apeshit crazy. They're only 2 points back. They're 7-3 in their last 10. And we lost a pivotal game against the Calgary Flames. We lost a pivotal game against the Montreal Canadiens. And we also lost against the Chicago Blackhawks, who also been ass over the past recent games. I don't have any belief in this fucking team anymore. Pure and simple, I don't. This team, fucking, one day I'm happy about it and it makes me, really excited about the team. And then the next day it just punches me right in the fucking dick. And it takes just all the air and the momentum just right out of me. So let's get into talking about this game, talk about the pros and cons of the Edmonton Oilers, and let's get into it instead of me fucking being depressed fucking Peyton, and let's talk about this fucking embarrassing of a game that we played last night. So let's get into talking about it. Now, I give high tips to the Calgary Flames. They did an amazing job at shutting down our top six. They absolutely did an amazing job. And the only lines that we're able to produce were our top nine. And, when you know it, we don't have any offensive contributors down in the top nine. So, of course, we didn't score anything. I cannot believe the amount of times I just want to smash my fucking desk right now. Like, even talking about that, because not Tippett, Holland is so reluctant in fucking bringing up skilled players, and we're playing Devon Shore 10 minutes of ice time when we could be playing better fucking players than these. Let's just move in to the scoring. So, first goal. Of course, nothing happened in the first period. This was one of the more boring games too. So nothing happened in the first period. The Flames overall were doing pretty well. They weren't generating a whole lot of opportunities. The first period was just a really slow period, to be pure and simple with you. It was really slow. Not a lot happened until the second period of action, where Tyler Foley scores his 15th goal of the season. Don't know what Nurse was doing. He was like putting his stick to this side, even though Kachuk was on his right. instead of putting his stick over there and covering, Kachuk, he decided not to. Gaudreau made a really nice pass to Kachuk. He was going to go in between the legs. Lagesson did a really good job of covering Kachuk, but left Tyler Toffoli wide open to bury it in the back of the net for the Calgary Flames, getting his 15th goal of the season. And then right after that, Toffoli got his 16th goal of the season because Niemelainen stepped up and was, just made a pretty bad read of a defensive play. Let Ruzynka go right behind him and then made a nice pass over to Toffoli, which Lagesson bit on Ruzynka and left Tyler Toffoli and Koskinen kind of bit over to the right a little too far. Of course, we haven't been getting that great goaltending, and I do give it to Koskinen. He was really good throughout the entire night. This was one of his weaker goals that he did late in. And then heading into the third period where we just got absolutely pancaked and we couldn't generate a whole lot of momentum. Devin Shore finally got us a goal that was gifted by the ref, basically. Went off of the ref skate right into Ryan's hands and then right into Shore's, who buried his third goal into the back of the net. And then Johnny Gaudreau got his 23rd goal of the season. It was a bad pass by Nurse trying to get it over to McDavid. McDavid wasn't able to receive the pass and went all the way down the ice. And Gaudreau just broke Koskinen's ankles and tucked it right into the back of the net to give that Flames a 3-1 lead right at the ending of the third period. There's lots of things to talk about with this team. First of all, our top six lines got absolutely just shut down. And one thing that I've been wanting this team to do is call up fucking skilled players. It is besides myself that we have decided to not call up anyone's from Bakersfield, and the only players that we did was Malone, and then we're playing Devin Shore as our third line guy when we legit are missing fucking Nuge and Puljujärvi out of the lineup, who are our most skilled fucking players, and we're not calling up any skilled players. Makes no fucking sense to me. Like, absolutely fucking zero. Like, we didn't call up Seth Griffith or Cooper Marody, which I would love to see Marody up on the main roster. Not just that, I would also like to see Dylan Holloway, who's been producing pretty good, 12 points in 20 games. I'd like to see him up on the lineup because apparently we can't fucking produce any offense in our top six once again. And you know why? Because we have no fucking skilled players down there. Because Holland's a fucking moron. Like, my lord, Skeevier, great two-way guy, but has been looking like ass out of the late. Malone, decent player. He hits a little bit, but it didn't look that great. He's a player that plays pretty well physically. He does a little bit point producing. Benson has no one to play fucking offense with. And then you got Devin Shore sticking with Ryan and Fogle, and that line just looks like a turnover heaven all the fucking time. And they did all right throughout the night because Calgary threw their best defensive forwards against our fucking top six. So the only guys that were doing quite well throughout the night was our top nine, and yet they weren't fucking able to do jack shit but play half decently defensively and generate a little bit offense for us. The only line that was actually able to generate any offense for us throughout the entire night was when they threw Draisaitl and McDavid alongside of each other. But legit, Fogle, Ryan Shore, and Benson, Skeevier, Malone were the only lines that were actually able to get any shots on the net at all. They had the most shot attempts throughout the entire fucking night. Our top six lines just weren't shooting the fucking puck, apparently. Draisaitl had one shot. McDavid only had 3. McLeod had fucking 0. They were blocking all of our chances, and we just weren't generating any chances at fucking all. And this is dating back all the way to Ken Holland's offseason here, ladies and gentlemen. This is all on Ken Holland. And I think, a lot of people might blame what I was seeing on Twitter. Maybe they might blame Mick or Dry, or they might just blame the fact that we have really bad injuries. No. This is dating back to Ken Holland being a fucking moron and not doing anything for our defensive corps, but picking up a 38-year-old bum-ass defenseman named Duncan Keith, signing Cody Ceci for long-term, and getting Tyson Barrie back on the team. Oh, wait. And signing a multi-year deal for fucking Mike Smith. This dates all the way back from then. Looking at the defense, we were horrific defensively last night. Niemelainen and Lagesson were complete, utter fucking ass. Nurse was alright, but he wasn't fantastic throughout the entire night. CC and Nurse, they weren't the best defensive pairing. They weren't able to generate a whole lot of offense, and every time they had the puck, it just seemed like they just turned it over, and we weren't able to get into the zone. We weren't able to move the puck out of our own fucking zone. It was absolutely embarrassing. Know who did play really good? Philip Broberg, the 20-year-old fucking defenseman who played better on the power play than Darnell fucking Nurse. Broberg was one of our best defensemen throughout the entire night. It's a fucking embarrassing to fucking look at this team and see that we had so much fucking potential with this team, and we only have a few more years left in McDavid and Draisaitl. McDavid's 25 years of age, and we're wasting his fucking potential. It is fucking embarrassing! So fucking embarrassing that we continue to waste our talents! And we have this fucking moron of a... Ah! This team is so fucking embarrassing, man! I don't know what the fuck to say about this team anymore, man. You know, Woodcroft has been an amazing coach. He's done a lot of good things. But, you know, some of his deployments playing Duncan Keith up on the top fucking power play. I mean, you had no one else to throw out there. But why don't you throw out fucking Broberg? There's nothing seeming like it's fucking working on that power play either. We've been complete utter ass. And our power play is supposed to be our biggest thing right now. And we just can't fucking produce at all. We didn't score a single fucking goal against Montreal on our power play. And that's the same with the Flames. It's a fucking joke. An embarrassment to this fucking team. Holland's being sitting up in the fucking press box being paid $5 million. They're like, oh yeah, you expect me to get Keith for free? Yeah, dipshit. This was a bad game. And honestly, if we have a tough schedule coming up here with Washington, Tampa Bay. And honestly, if we don't, you know, we have about 5 games before we hit the deadline. If we don't win a good 4 of these games before we hit the deadline, we're not making it in the playoffs, pure and simple. And even then, I don't even believe we can. This team is this fucking garbage to the point I don't even believe that this team is going to be a playoff team. We don't have Nuge for almost this entire month. I think Puljujärvi's still another 2 weeks before he's back. And fucking Holland continues to call up these grit and grind type of players, which is not scoring us offense right now. Honestly, I have fucking nothing else to say, boys. This is just a fucking embarrassment!